Right, here we go. Finally getting back to some lives, getting back into the Twitchy Tuesdays live. Welcome, everyone. My name is Maloney Adams, and we are learning and growing, getting kind of closing out June, getting into July, getting into a new quarter. It is all things on fire, all steam go ahead. So you are joining me for what we are lovingly calling COTB, which stands for Cleaning Out the Broom Closet. So, for those of you that have been with Twitchy Tuesdays, been with me for a while, I have another channel on YouTube called Twitchy Tuesdays where I upload video content. I don't do any lives on that channel anymore. I broke it apart, and this is now my live channel where you will find all things live. But Twitchy Tuesdays, we did these full episodes. They were like hours, sometimes 2 hours that had cleaning out the broom closet, Twitchy tip of the week, Zodiac Spotlight, Chart Chronicles. And I got a download the minute well, not the minute, let me rephrase that. The day that Saturn station retrograde in Pisces, immediate download. This is what you need to do. So, this is what we've done. This is what I have done. I have taken action on. Twitchy Tuesdays live. Don't know what day, don't know what time. I've got a lot of travel going on, so I don't want to commit to something and then not be able to do it. However, cleaning out the broom closet, Twitchy tip of the week, those two segments are now going to be live at least every single week. I cannot narrow down yet into a day or a time format to get that specific. So we're going to be a little twitchy. We're going to be a little flowy with the energy. Hopefully, as my travel kind of comes to a close, as we get kind of closer to Samhain and get closer to the changing of the year, the witch's new year, we'll have some more kind of settling energy that will allow me to maybe make that into a more specific day, specific time sort of format. But until then, we're just going to go with the flow. We're going to do the damn things. That's what we're going to do over here. Um, so that's going to be my Twitchy Tuesday live. Once per week, we're going to come in, we're going to clean out the broom closet, we're going to do the Twitchy tip of the week. For Twitchy Tuesdays, video format, pre recorded, those are going to focus on more in depth transits. Not maybe transits. Well, I know I've got some on the chart chronicles, but those are going to be ingresses, lunations, and stations focused, and then as well as shorts and other Sabian symbols and other fun stuff that we do over there. Okay, think I've level set enough. We need to do cleaning out the broom closet. So, for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome to the live. For those of you that have been in here before, thank you for joining me live again. I have the chat up if you have any questions as we go through this information. This is interactive. This is why we're changing it over to a live format to get more interactive together so we can learn and we can grow together. I am still looking for an astrologer who would like to collaborate on Uranus conjunct Algol. This is a long transit, so I would love to work with an astrologer who has knowledge and insight into Algol and would love to collaborate. So if you are interested, you can DM me on X, you can leave me a comment here, you can email me info@HabitualSages. However, you need to get a hold of me, please feel free to do that. Hello, death popping out. Please feel free to do so. We can create some really amazing things. Definitely looking for that collaboration. Okay, so cleaning out the broom closet. Our first segment of cleaning out the broom closet, our first little roundabout here takes us from 6:25 to 7:1. So this is a live show. We are on 6:30. Some of this has already happened. So let's take a look and see what has already occurred. This Four of Swords, what has already occurred, what has already come into our awareness, things that we've already been dealing with, insights that we have already gained, and then we'll move forward into where we are at today. So, 625, Mercury in Cancer opposed Sirius retrograde in Capricorn. I will tell you, if you remember back to 625, if you're a daily journaler or have a honeycomb that you utilize, um, it would be important. That day is going to be important because Sirius retrograde in Capricorn has a huge part to play in the upcoming Cancer new moon, as well as then the following Capricorn full moon. And we want to honor that. We want to honor the messages that are coming in, Three of Cups. We want to honor the messages that are coming in. We want to celebrate what Sirius is able to provide in our comfort, in our nurturing, in our self love, in our self worthiness, in our understanding of things, in our celebration of self, as we work our way through Cancer season. So, uh, then on the 26th, Juno in Virgo trines Ceres retrograde in Capricorn. So now we've got the two goddesses coming together to provide some information. That will happen at 16 degrees 31 arc minutes. And then Venus in Cancer will square the North Node in Aries at 11 degrees 33 arc minutes. And to round out the 26th, Mercury in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces, not retrograde yet, at 19 degrees 25 minutes. So that would have been Wednesday of this past week. And then the 27th, Mercury in Cancer trine Pallas Athene retrograde in Scorpio at 20 degrees 24 arc minutes. What came out? We had the Seven of Cups. So Mercury's journey in Cancer. Wow. Okay. This card, I'm telling you right now, I'm having a whole like oh, what are those called? Those moments. Hold on, it will come to me. Those moments where you have always thought one thing and then all of a sudden it changes, like the Bernstein Bears and Fruit of the Loom and stuff like that. Anyways, whatever that is, throw it in the chat. Help me out here because obviously my words are not finding me. But I do not ever remember this card, this Seven of Cups, with this individual in shadow. I don't remember this card this way. This is not how I have interpreted, seen, and understood this card, but how profound with this Mercury in Cancer, which is still under the beams of the sun, how profound that through this journey where Mercury is, taking us through, just had its trine with Saturn, is this shadowed figure that's showing what type of things are coming in, what type of options are coming in, what type of choices that we are going to have to make, what type of pathways, doorways that are opening up for us. And with that Pallas Athene retrograde in Scorpio, it's what are you going to do with it? How are you going to attack it? How are you going to go on campaign for it? How are you going to interpret this? And I'm feeling very much in this card with this shadowed Mercury figure. There's not an understanding yet. The understanding isn't there yet. It's coming. We've got it. We can obviously see that it's coming. We can see what our choices and our options are. Maybe the decision hasn't been made, and that's what this trine with Pallas Athene can really help with. Maybe Saturn's trine brought in the structures, brought in the clarity. Because again, these are sitting in a cloud. Before Saturn stations, there's that little bit of nimness veil here. Saturn has slowed down as of Wednesday. Maybe there were things that came into your purview where you're like, I can't quite see what that is yet. Just like me with this, I can't, I knew something had to change, but I couldn't quite see what needed to change yet. Well, it's becoming clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. And we're going to have on the 29th, we just had this Saturn stationing retrograde. Pallas Athena is already working in this background with Mercury to help uncover, help determine, help understand, help go. Just hold on. I got you. I got this. I've got the path forward. I got what needs to happen. Because then Mercury in Cancer will square Chiron in Aries. So now it's how do you feel How do you feel about the steps that you're about to take? How do you think about and interpret from that perspective, or maybe even how others feel, since we are in Cancer? This is the fourth house. This is the house of home. If you share your home with others, your family, your ancestors, where does that sometimes, man? Sometimes your family is the one that don't want you to change at all. They are the biggest advocates of you not changing. They are the biggest voices around um what actions that you're taking. They're your biggest critics. And it's out of love, right? This isn't, I mean, I can only speak for my situation and my family. Your family may totally be different, but most of the time they're your biggest critics because it's out of love. It's out of the need to nurture, to keep you safe. It's out of the crab in its shell with Cancer season. The conflicts coming in with Mercury and Cancer squaring Chiron and Aries. So over this past week, think about those things. How have you had to defend yourself? How have you had to defend the growth that you're having, the understanding that you're making, the changes that you're bringing forth? How have you had to fortify your residence, fortify yourself, your being, your home? What boundaries have you had to set during this time? And then Venus in Cancer sextiles Mars in Taurus. Okay. So here now we have this additional conversation with this energy of Cancer. Remember, Venus and Mercury are still under the beams of the sun, working together in these shadows to bring things about. And here she is sextiling Mars and Taurus, which is telling you to take action, which is putting that pressure on to do something with what you are being given. And then on the 29th, Saturn station retrograde in Pisces, 19 degrees, 26 arc minutes. And here comes the Knight of Pentacles. Well, hello, just that horse ain't fucking moving from here. That horse is so steadfast. He has his hooves such in the ground. There is nothing that this knight can do. There is nothing that you can do about Saturn stationing retrograde and about what that is going to reveal. There is nothing that you can do that his partner in crime in Pisces, Neptune, is about ready to station retrograde at 29 degrees. There is nothing that you can do about it except for sit on that horse and understand your landscape. Take a look around. Take a look at what's here. Take a look at what's coming up. Take a look at what messages you've been given. That pentacle didn't land in his hand. He didn't just like he's on top of a horse. This knight just didn't like pop down and pop up with this pentacle. He didn't do that. That's not what happened here. What this pentacle is being gifted from the interpretation, from the intuition, from the goddesses, from your ancestors, from your Ori, um from your guides, from all of those, whatever and whomever you work with. It's this gift that now you have to observe and find out what you're going to do with it. Just like, so when I got the download, so I got up, did my whole thing, got ready in the morning, came over, sat down at my other desk, and immediately heard with clarity exactly what this was supposed to look like. Holy shit. Okay. I got my pentacle, heard Saturn. Thank you, heard. What did I do? I took a post-it note, I wrote it on a post-it note, and I put it off to the side because there was nothing that I could do about it in that moment. Nothing that I could do about it in that moment. I had to think through it. I had to observe. I had to think about how I was going to bring this about, how I was going to make this change, when I was going to make this change, what kinds of things was it going to require of me to do? Was I going to be able to accurately cultivate the space, accurately hold the space? All of these things are very Saturnian. So put it off to the side, let it marinate as Venus in Cancer oppose Sirius retrograde in Capricorn. Let it kind of see, okay, how can I make this beautiful for myself? How can I nurture myself within this idea? And then Mercury in Cancer, sextiling Uranus and Taurus, shocking change, no doubt. So, how I let it sit, went out there, was like, hey, husband, hi, husband, I got something for you. What do you think about this? Gained an additional opinion, right? Here's where Mercury, Venus, Sirius, Uranus comes in. Gained an additional opinion and said, how does that, what do you think? What are your thoughts? I think you should do it. Great. I mean, I'm already planning on doing it, but is there anything sharing of wisdom, Six of Pentacles? Is there any gifts that you could impart on me, husband, that might make it better, might make it more sufficient, might that like again, sometimes we just need that little bit of encouragement. Sometimes we just need that little bit of helping hand to go, nope, you're in the right direction, do it, move. Not that you need permission, not at all. You make your own decisions, you make your own choices, but it is always good to collaborate and get and help to settle into the energy, help to solidify where your heart already knows. Sometimes it's more just about verbalizing what your needs are, verbalizing what you wanted to say about this. Okay. So then 6:30, which is today. Whoa, I almost said it was yesterday, which is today. We have Mars in Taurus trine Sirius retrograde in Capricorn, 15 degrees, 38 arc minutes. Are you paying attention? Sirius is doing a lot of work right now. I love that Sirius is so present during this during this Cancer season, because Sirius truly is all about the nurturing of self, the nurturing of others, and the love that we provide into our own being and into others, how we pour from the cups. This 3 of Cups. So with Mars, oh, hello. Look at this. Look at this all coming out. 6 of Cups, how we pour, how we nurture, how we give, how we support others and ourselves. How do we bring about our passions? How do we bring about, again, we've had some energy here where, all right, look, we've had to defend, we've had to like kind of get a little bit like what is happening here, what are these choices that we're making, what are we doing? We've had to defend that position, understand it, put up the boundaries. We've had to sit in our shit, we've had to sit in it and interpret what this pentacle is, look out on our horizons, know we're about ready to go. We've gained insight from others, and now it's time to impart things outward. Now it's time to truly understand, what do we provide, what type of love, like the fact that I changed everything over through the weekend, right? So yesterday was when I redid all of these, backgrounds, I rechanged things, I splashed it out, etc. So I was taking care of, hold on, let me go back here. Knight of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. I was taking care of the necessary things that I needed to do in order to bring forth what is truly my passion, what I love to do. Going back live, being with you live, reading cards live, talking about astrology live, sharing what I've interpreted, what my ancestors have brought to me, what the Orishas are working with me, how I accept and receive information, intuitive hits, etc., with all of you. That fills my cup and I love it. It's a passion of mine. So now, no wonder, instead of waiting until Monday, instead of waiting until the first, instead of waiting until next week, here it is today, taking action with Mars and Taurus, trining Sirius retrograde in Capricorn on things that are really fulfilling to my being. All right. The Ace of Pentacles also came out. these new gifts, right? So here, remember I talked about this pentacle, this knight didn't just like come down on the ground and grab it. He ain't getting off his horse. He's stuck on here. Here's that gift. Here's where it came from. It comes from, we're going to head to 7-1, Venus in Cancer, sextiling Juno and Virgo at 18 degrees 02 arc minutes. It comes from this. The heart and the head work together. When you're in your passion, when you're in giving, when you're in a mode of being able to look at put appropriate boundaries set, you feel good about what you're putting out there. Again, these are the gifts, right? What is Saturn if he Saturn above all is our gift giver. It is our gift giver by doing the work necessary, setting the appropriate boundaries, doing all of the things that you need to do. He is our gift giver. In doing that, here is your gift. Here is here's what you get from that. You knew it was there. There it is. You knew it was there. Now it's actually coming into fruition. The gift has been given. The insight is there. It is coming in. There's the portal. Look, because next week we're getting into that 7-7 portal. There's a portal right there underneath the bushes that this gift is coming in for you. All right. So that now will take us into the next screen where we get into the next Twitchy week. So Tuesday, 7-2. What a gift to end the week on. What a gift to end the week on. I've got my first week up here. What a gift to end the week on. Let's get cards for the second week. So on 7-2, on Tuesday, we have look at this, y'all. We have a packed week of energies that are present throughout this next round. So 7-2 to 7-8. So 7-2, Neptune stations retrograde in Pisces, 29 degrees, 56 arc minutes. Mercury in Cancer trines Neptune retrograde in Pisces, 29 degrees, 56 arc minutes. Mercury in Leo heads into Leo. Sun in Cancer squares the North Node in Aries, 11 degrees, 21 arc minutes. And Venus in Cancer trines Saturn retrograde in Pisces, 19 degrees, 25 arc minutes. First card out, the Two of Cups. So, Neptune, this is huge. Like, we've got yes, there's things, right? We've got Neptune stationing retrograde. Immediately after that happens, and immediately before Mercury heads into Leo, Mercury will trine Neptune in Pisces, giving it that oomph, giving it that understanding. Again, here's where I think this Two of Cups, here's where I think the clarity is going to come in from. So I told you about my story, getting that download with Saturn stationing retrograde. What was your story? Now here we have Neptune stationing retrograde at the farthest point that it can in the zodiac. And I mean, he's got 4 extra arc minutes he could work with, but beggars can't be choosers here. So there's going to be this clarity. What is this union? What is this retrograde? What is this Saturn? Saturn over here, Neptune over here. What is this retrograde going to be all about? And there could be this understanding, this connection, this clarity as Neptune stations retrograde. The veils are revealed. You can see more of what is happening. You can interpret more of what is going on. And Mercury in Cancer at that last degrees with that trine can also really help to clear out the water, to help to interpret what you are seeing and what you are hearing about how this Neptune and Saturn journey is going to go. Now, this is a journey. This isn't this Neptune and Saturn are going to be in this 10 degrees of a conjunction with each other through the next 2 years. They will conjoin, they will separate. They are going to do a very big song and dance that is going to be hugely part of 2025 and 2026. So, what is happening now? That is what we want to look. And I feel like there's going to be this level of clarity that's going to come in that is going to, and then with Venus, how does the unity occur? How do we make it for our best and highest interest? How do we make it for all of the things that we need to feel safe, secure, loved, beautiful, etc., all the way down? Um, Reciprocal is a word that I am getting. So, what is all of it looking like and what is all of it meaning? And that could have some very stark clarity coming in on the second. Mercury and Leo, you know, we love a good Mercury in Leo. And of course, Mercury, as soon as he gets into Leo, is going to oppose Pluto. What do we have? Eight of Pentacles. So poignant. I personally, look, I love Mercury and Pluto together because it just puts enough pressure on your shoulders to actually make sure the work that you're doing is fucking accurate. Like this card, this Eight of Pentacles is all about the perfection of things, the ability to, as you bring forth your harvest, as you bring forth your manifestations, as you do the work, as you settle into what you're doing, there's this ability to ensure that you're doing it to the standard that you've done everything else. Let me rephrase that. The standard that you have been doing things in this new version of you, right? You have created these pentacles here underneath the new guise of who you are and what you are doing, who you are becoming, what you are looking for. And here you can't fuck around and make this one like it's got to be congruent. It's got to be um it's got to match because if it doesn't match, you're going to get called out on your bullshit. And that's why I love a good Mercury and Pluto. So here's the interesting thing is Mercury is in its fall in Leo and Mercury is typically in his it typically is in his exaltation in Aquarius, which is where Pluto is. So we have this play on again Pluto and Mercury can call out the bullshit. And again, this might be all you. Might be you calling you on your own bullshit. This might be okay, did I do everything right? Did I cross every I? Did I dot every T? Did I create this pentacle exactly as I was supposed to? Because I don't want somebody coming up in here and questioning my integrity, questioning my work ethic, questioning the shit that I am doing. I don't need that. So I'm just going to make sure that I do me right the first time. Also, Mercury and Pluto is really great at uncovering any bullshit that's coming to you. So maybe this isn't you right here, but maybe this is somebody that you're getting your information from. And you can call them out on their bullshit and go, nope, that doesn't match. And let's just go from a collective perspective. It could be this collective perspective of, because we're headed now again, 7-3, where the actual opposition occurs at 1 degrees, 20 arc minutes. We have Venus in Cancer trining Pallas Athene retrograde in Scorpio at 19 degrees, 56 arc minutes on that same day. So now we're headed into Wednesday, 7-3. And this could be like the collective, this is like disinformation, the information that you're absorbing, the information that you're getting, Doesn't matter what it is. It could be on the world stage. It could be the news. It could be the social media. It could be blah, 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 all the things. That Pluto and Mercury together in that opposition can really cut out the bullshit. That is untrue. That is not a fact. I need to go and investigate that more. That just doesn't seem like it fits. Just because, like, hold on a second. It is not a duck. It is not quacking like a duck. You're trying to make it quack. It's not quacking, it's quacking. Not quacking, quacking. Mm-mm. Hold on, I've got questions. So that's what this really good energy can do. And it allows you to shine. It allows you to take your skills. Mercury and Leo wants you to take your skills, wants you to do things from the heart, wants you to get adventurous, advantageous. It wants you to get energetic about what you are doing and what you are creating. So then on 7/4, Mars and Taurus will trine Juno in Virgo at 18 degrees, 56 arc minutes. On 7/5, Mars and Taurus will then sextile Saturn retrograde in Pisces, 19 degrees, 24 arc minutes. And I mean, as you can see, Saturn is literally moving at a super slow speed, right? He was at 1925 when he met up with Venus. Now he's at 1924 when he's meeting up with Mars. So Saturn is not, again, going back to this Knight of Pentacles, Saturn is stationed, stuck, not moving. There is nothing that is happening. The Queen of Pentacles came out. So, where were we? Mars and Taurus sextiling. Oh, of course, the Queen of Pentacles came out. We've got the Cancer new moon. We're on the day of the Cancer new moon, 14 degrees, 23 arc minutes, and the sun in Cancer opposing Sirius retrograde in Capricorn, 14 degrees, 26 arc minutes. So I just uploaded on my other channel, Twitchy Tuesdays, the chart chronicles for the Cancer new moon. You can go check that out now. As soon as this is done, I will upload it onto X as well, so it will be there as well. But, oops, hello. This Queen of Pentacles, yes, for this Cancer new moon. Sirius is very present. I talk a lot about it in that episode in the chart chronicles. There is something very regal. There's something very divine about this. I love that there are roses all surrounding this queen. This is self-nurturance, self-care, self-love. This is all coming back to you and how you nurture everything within you, how you nurture your rose garden, how you nurture your pentacles, how you nurture yourself, how you nurture others, and how then, as the sovereign archetype, you bestow those blessings upon others as a healthy, very thriving sovereign in this Queen of Pentacles. On 7/6, Venus in Cancer squares Chiron in Aries at 23 degrees, 21 arc minutes. We get out the Queen of Cups. So we still got that Cancer energy. We still have the water present. Mars in Taurus opposes Pallas Athene retrograde in Scorpio, 19 degrees, 50 arc minutes. Juno in Virgo opposes Saturn retrograde. And Mercury conjunct Vesta in Leo. Ooh, hello. Just all of this goddess energy present, all of this queenly energy present, all of this feminine archetype present. Um, very much in the balance between, like, if we look, so we have feminine, masculine with Venus and Chiron, masculine, feminine with Mars and Pallas, Juno and Saturn, masculine. Look at all of that. Mercury and Vesta. So on the 6th, you have a combination of all masculine and feminine energy. And we have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. We have earth and water here. And that, let's see if I can get one more, because it's this balance, right? It's the balance of what you interpret and intuit, what you receive internally, what you receive with your third eye, with your Ori, what messages you gain, and then how do you applicably apply that to the world? How do you, whoops, okay, well, that was easy. Three of Pentacles. So how do you adequately create that in the world around you, right? This three of pentacles, this creation of the temple, this creation of the church, this creation of this pillar, there was work that had to be put into it. Maybe it was this work from this eight of pentacles, this diligence with what you are doing, what you are learning, what you are bringing into the world. There is work that gets created through that. But it all starts with the desire to do so, this Queen of Cups. It all starts with how we interpret the messages given to us. It all starts with this Seven of Cups, what we see, what we choose to focus on, what doorways we choose to enter, what harvest we choose to bring in and bring forth at the time that we need to do it. It is the balance between desire in the heart and then in the head, what action you take to make that desire a reality. That is 7-6 in a nutshell. Heading over to 7-7, Juno in Virgo, sextiles Pallas Athene retrograde in Scorpio. That will happen at 19 degrees, 47 arc minutes. And then we round out the Twitchy week. We clean out that last corner of the broom closet on 7-8 with Venus in Cancer sextiling. Hello, jumped card. Oh, round out this lovely twitchy week with the Four of Wands, Venus in Cancer, sextiling Uranus and Taurus, 26 degrees, 3 arc minutes. Mercury in Leo, sextile Jupiter in Gemini. I love that this card showed up for this. 9 degrees, 50 arc minutes. Mercury in Leo, trine the North Node in Aries, 10 degrees, 14 arc minutes. So, we talked about this Mercury, this 7-3 Mercury in Leo opposes Pluto retrograde. So that could have been a very long, very drawn out process. But thankfully, we have our beautiful friend Jupiter in Gemini. Here you see the Gemini rods, the two pillars, the dualism present. And Jupiter in Gemini is going to buffer and be the planet that kind of spreads, opens, blocks, and like here I see Venus and Mercury together underneath this shadow. Pluto's out here. Pluto's out here trying, and only Pluto can look in because Jupiter in Gemini, which is these pillars, which is this protection, which is this harmony and this unity coming in, is blocking Pluto's influence. He's big enough to surround, to create, to celebrate all of the things that are needed. So here we end with the week with this Mercury in Leo sextiling Jupiter in Gemini, which is going to then squelch, reduce, um, manipulate, protect, any of those words that you want to go with, whatever pings your little intuition, or your big intuition. Jupiter begins to overcome that and begins to help and begins to like settle all of that energy into something more harmonious, into something more aligned, into something more, you know, you or with more clarity. It's like you get to see differently. You get to see from a different perspective, a higher perspective. And then that trine, that healthy trine with the North Node in Aries, that perspective could be brought in um again from to like where you're headed to, where you're going, what type of path are you on, and what type of journey are you having. So I want to get one last one to even out these cards. The Knight of Cups. Love. Love this because this is a horse in action. The end of this journey, so the last week, the end of this journey now sees this knight be able to take action, be able to take balanced action with that four of rods right before, with the understanding that we have the head and the heart. We have both things working in our favor. We have the feminine and a masculine aspect. We have a knight, we have a horse, masculine aspects of action, being able to be balanced with the desires of the heart in the cups. That is how we clean out the broom closet, and that is how we end a twitchy week. So that will be our, what did I say? Where did we start here? Hold on, let's go back. This was like 6:29. 6:25 through 7:08. That is how it is going down. All right. So, as I have done in the past Twitchy Tuesday longer episodes, um, I do. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I have a few points before I even get there. Let me bring in a couple of these points to see, like, let's just kind of got to give more. Give me a minute. So, July 4th. If you are a resident of the United States, that is Independence Day. And wouldn't you just know? Wouldn't you just know that in 2024, in the election year that we are in the energy that we are in, and what is present, wouldn't you just know that on 7/4, Jupiter, our transiting Jupiter, will exactly conjunct the USA Sibley charts natal Uranus at 8 degrees, 55 minutes of Gemini. And somebody else can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe the USA Sibley chart, without like trying to get and pull it up during this live, um, Uranus and Mars are also close together in the USA Sibley chart. So correct me if I'm wrong, or if if you have other details about how close, like what type of conjunction are we looking at here? If it's before, if it's after, or if it's exact, let me know in the chat. But regardless, Jupiter in current Gemini, our transiting Jupiter is going to conjunct the USA Sibley charts Uranus at 8 degrees 55 arc minutes of Gemini on Independence Day. It will literally happen 7/4 at 1:02 a.m. Central Time. You cannot make this shit up. You just can't make it up. You cannot make it up. We love that. There will be a Sabian symbol on my Twitchy Tuesday channel. The Hierophant came out. I'll let you interpret that the way that you want to interpret that as we think about the United States, as we think about what is happening, as we think about this gigantic being of Jupiter coming in to the Sibley chart, providing its presence. What is it going to say? What is it going to give? What is it going to provide? How is it going to be interpreted? How is it going, like, I hear in my head over and over that Hercules song, The Gospel Truth. I don't know why that's coming up, but there's something very prominent with the gospel truth with this. I don't think that, sorry, I'm just listening. There's a lot that's already been found. There's a lot that is still yet to come, but nothing that we see or go through is anything that is new. I don't know. That's the message. It's not even that it's new. It's not, it's predestined. There's so much. Okay, the Hierophant here. We're going to leave that right where it is. Five, change. I mean, the Hierophant is five in the major arcana. Um, Definitely change is upon us. And hopefully that Jupiter can come in on 7/4 and provide a level of, again, maybe even support, clarity, understanding, doctrine. I just look at the Hierophant and I always think of like papal doctrine, um, providing that guidance. What are we supposed to be doing? what is all of this? What does all of it mean? How are we supposed to bring? And maybe it's just Jupiter and that optimism to say all will be found soon enough. Okay, 7-5 also concludes because these are the sextile to Saturns. We've got our final installment of Thoughtful Insights also over on Twitchy Tuesdays. That was a Sabian exploration that we've done across the time, where Mars is the last planet to provide that thoughtful insight with these Saturn sextiles. And then we'll talk. I've got two videos that are launching that day, one on the last thoughtful insight, but the other one is about Saturn's sextiles in 2025 and beyond, and like where we're going with all of this. Like this was just the setup. This was like the pregame. This was like the pre-energy. And we've got more. Hold on. Ten of Swords. We've got more to come. This is just the beginning, my friends. This is just the opening up of things. This is the first accumulation of what is to be a journey over the next 2 years. What I will say with this Ten of Swords, and there was another card that came with it, the High Priestess. So let me put both of these up for you. Um, you know, don't dwell. Don't go so much forward that you forget to stay present, you forget to stay grounded. Don't go so far out into the shinning, don't go so far out into the world. Again, these are things. Know that they're coming. But 2 years is still 2 years away. 2025 is still quite the journey away from where we're at today. So be willing to, and this is where this high priestess is so important for us, is be understanding that you can absolutely hold these two truths, which is the truth of now and the truth of what is yet to come. You can be grounded and still understand that what you are cultivating, what you are doing today, what thoughts you put in your mind today, what things you hold on to, what things that you allow to permeate, what distress signals you show your body and you allow into it. Again, we are in the 2 weeks of self care, y'all. We are in the self care energy. So acknowledge that, but just know whatever you start seeding today is going to, the choices you make today are going to carry you into the future. And you may have to come back to those choices later on. It doesn't all have to be this Ten of Swords. It can be very heavy. It can be very like the weight on the shoulders. It can be very like being woken out of a dream and realizing your dream actually has a little bit of reality to it. It can be a little bit jarring. That's okay. It's not something though that you need to go cry in your soup about, that you need to allow to pull you down and pull you under. There's ways to work with the energy. This too shall pass. This too shall go. And again, it's knowing how to balance today with what's going to happen tomorrow. All right. So that is what I have for that. Let me put these here. What else? That was it. That was it. We're good. So, before I get to the twitchy tip of this week of where we are headed after cleaning out the broom closet, I am going to ask that if you are finding value in the information here today, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that heart, depending upon where you are watching or listening, subscribe or follow, and explore other content, including my Twitchy Tuesdays on YouTube. Again, all of that is just found in my feed on X, but Twitchy Tuesdays on YouTube, where you get the Zodiac Spotlight and the Chart Chronicles, can be found. Obviously, in the description box, I will place the links to those. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're at the ends, my friend. So let's talk about what we are ending with, the twitchy tip of the week. And I remember going through the first week, which, will end on Monday. I was like, all I could do was hear the Spice Girls. That's all I could do was hear the Spice Girls for that week, for this week, the week that we're currently in right now. And here, so tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Wanna Be by the Spice Girls. So that was something that came in. And then just thinking through what we have seen and heard, what the messages were, what the cards came out. There are two other quotes that I put down, and again, I choose these beforehand. These were chosen specifically for the week that we are in currently, but knowing how we've changed everything and knowing how, all right, we've switched it up, we've added this extra week in it. Let's see how that all comes into play. So, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. That right here, mm, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Them six of cups, seven of cups, excuse me. What do you really want? You gotta know what you want. You gotta know eight of pentacles. You gotta know what you are creating. And it's got to be that desire from the heart. Zig Ziglar, the first step to getting what you want is to have the courage to get rid of what you don't. The Great Purge, this Ten of Swords. Hold on, let me get this. I'm trying to keep them all organized, and you know it's just not working. Seven of Wands, getting rid of what you don't. Standing up for having courage. This person right here has got a shit ton of courage to get rid of what they don't want, right? They had all of these options. This was the one that it chose. This is the first step. Step means action. Wands mean action. There is something that you need to do within that. Um, and then Maya Angelou. Ask for what you want and be prepared to get it. So ask for what you want. Here comes boop, stationed, not moving, observing. What do I want? Let me actually ask for it. Hold on. Let me open up this portal. Ooh, yeah. We'll also talk about a 7-7 portal coming up in a future episode. I'm so excited. Open this portal. I ask for what I want. I'm going to be prepared to get it. I have prepared myself this Knight of Cups. I have done my due diligence. I have listened. I have harmonized. I am working with my heart. I am working with my head. I know which one is making decisions. I know which one is making desires. I am very clear about those. I am very clear about those boundaries, about what I am doing and where I'm at. So I've asked for what I want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. And now I am going to be prepared to get it because this is heavy. Like, are you ready to get this? Are you ready for what is to come? Are you ready for your greatest adventure yet? Are you ready to take and move forward on that horse? Like, sitting on a horse is quite comfortable. When it starts galloping is where it gets a little like, oh shit, I might fall. When a horse is stationary, right? When the Knight of Pentacles, when the horse is stationary, you can do all sorts of shit. You can do all kinds of things. When that horse gets up to canter, can you hold on? Are you the rider that you say you are? Are you are you prepared to get what you want? All right. That is it for this cleaning out the broom closet live episode. I am so excited that you joined me. Thank you so much. Again, I don't have, this is fluid, y'all. We're going to be a little twitchy in how these come out, but they will come out. So, the best thing that I can tell you, the best advice that I can give is if you are looking to get and looking to go live with me, want to ask questions, want to chat, want to, look into the cards and look at all of this deeper, is to make sure that you are following Twitchy Tuesday Lives. That was on X, on Twitch, and on YouTube. Hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. So that way, when I go live, you get the notification. And if you miss it, you can head right there, go back to watch it all over again. All right, fam. May your days be filled with enchantment, your nights be guided by the stars, and your spirit forever be in tune with the cosmic dance. Keep those third eyes open, my fellow Twitchy seekers. And until next time, blessed be and stay twitchy, y'all.
In the cosmic dance, where stars align, Milani guides us through signs divine, astrology secrets in the night sky, revealed in her sessions, the mysteries lie. Twitchy Tuesdays, where the curious go. Tarot cards spread futures foretold in Maloney's realm. Watch the legend fold.